A Japanese man wakes up in an empty room with no windows or doors. He notices a male-like protuberance on a wall and prods it, causing hundreds of baby angels to emerge. They only stay for a few seconds before leaving all their members sticking out of the walls and floor. The man is in a learning stage, screams and cries for help after contacting a strangely shaped button. He pushes different buttons, bringing random objects into the room. When he tests this on a single button, he receives chopsticks. His laughter is short-lived, as a cart strikes him when he touches the button adjacent to the chopstick one. A man screams in agony, hits a button that sprays gas on his face and gives him sushi. He accumulates a variety of odd things but misses the soy sauce. He repeatedly hits the button until he has a pile of sushi but no sauce. After eating the sushi, he hits the button again, becoming enraged when a bottle of soy sauce appears. A man tries to solve a problem by removing a bottle and using vintage 3D spectacles. He sees an angel pointing at his member, but he sees a countdown and a gas-filled butt. After reading 5 volumes of a manga, he gets the 7th volume instead of the 6th. He presses more buttons, but they don't give him the 6th. A man accidentally presses a button that unlocks a door behind a wall, but forgets which button unlocks the escape. He tries different buttons, and an African tribesman sprints from wall to wall. The 3rd button unlocks the door, but it closes on his face. After finding the door open, he attempts various methods to force it open, including pushing it with his foot in a runner stance, striking it with a fly swatter from as far away as possible, using air from a fan, or tugging it with a jumping rope. A man struggles to control a cart after clicking a button, unable to push it. He tries to hold the button down, but it protrudes. He places a vase on top, but the button protrudes again. He tries filling the vase with liquid, but it falls on him. The next time, the vase becomes heavy and he cannot carry it up. A man struggles to pick up sushi from a vase due to its small neck. He eventually picks up the vase and moves it closer to the buttons. However, he struggles to remember which button to press. An African tribesman accidentally bumps into the base, causing it to break in two. A man tries to cover a button with sushi, tape, and steel plates, but fails. He also attempts to wash his teeth by punching a button for water after taking medications to relieve back pain. However, the button shows a rope dangling from the ceiling, which is the incorrect one. The man, inspired by a new plan, swings across a room with a rope to enter a locked door behind a fictitious wall. He returns to the room just before the door closes, but is hit by the wall. He kicks the wall and presses a button, releasing a key floating in the room. He must find a way to keep the door open and key in the room. A man misplaces a button due to distraction and attempts to locate it by estimating where his foot would have landed. A dog barks at him, but he succeeds in the 3rd attempt. He picks up a sushi fish and marks the button with his gaze, but the dog returns when he pushes it. The protagonist quickly locates a button and executes his plan, using a rope to swing to reach other buttons. He uses a plunger from one button to touch the wall and propel himself further. After one unsuccessful attempt, he successfully presses the button key, grabs the key, and presses the door button, completing the task before it closes.